comedian, like me, is Jewish. Give it up for Julian Rosenblum.
Thanks, Fred. You're right. I actually do always open my section with a joke about Jews, really, because there aren't very many categories of people that I'm allowed to make fun of. So I really let him have it. And, like, really let him have it. And I get away with it because I look like this. The funny thing is, I'm actually not a very religious Jew at all. But people give me the benefit of the doubt because I fulfill all the stereotypes. Now, this made for a very bad Common App essay about my cultural identity. Judaism is important to me because I have dark curly hair, and I can't play sports, and I outperform other Caucasian groups academically. So I'm also a computer science major, and I have the social life of a computer science major, which means that if you don't like my jokes, it's okay because you'll never have to see me again. Now, humanities majors like to brag about how bad they are at math. It's like a point of pride for them. They'll bring it up. This is totally true. Like when you're calculating a tip, like, oh my god, I'm so bad at math. but you never hear STEM majors bragging about not being able to read and write. It's just a given. On the other hand, humanities majors will also tell you about how they don't really do the readings for any of their classes. But I've never once in my life heard this sentence. So, like, I'm taking quantum physics this semester, but, like, I don't really do the P-sets. Doesn't quite have the same ring to it. I personally spend an awful lot of time doing P-sets, and there are different places at Yale that I'll go to do work for different reasons. So, for example, I go to Bass when I want to hate myself. If I need a reminder that my existence is meaningless and the pursuit of perfection is futile, I'll go to Bass. I go to Sterling when I want to feel like I'm part of the English aristocracy. And then I go to the JE library when I want to feel like that one family that's slightly richer than the rest of the aristocracy. Bass to me is the library industrial complex. It's free from radical influences like natural sunlight. So after the election, Yale students were criticized for requesting that midterm exams, which were scheduled for the day after election day, be moved. And people were really upset about this, but what really gets me is, of all the causes there are to get behind right now, you chose the sanctity of the midterm exam. Like, really think about that for a second. Like, go through, like, the list of the things that you care about, and, like, try to figure out where that... I'm still unpacking this whole thing, but I guess it's nice to know that at the very least, you know, as much as Trump supporters hate us liberal college students, at least they care about making Econ 115 great again. I can already see the tweet. Look what liberal cucks have done to students who spent all of Tuesday night studying. Unfair. I think maybe the only thing that Trump hates more than flexible exam schedules would have to be Hamilton. So I was never all that into hip-hop, but then Hamilton came around, so of course I'm super into it now. And Lin-Manuel Miranda likes to talk about how Alexander Hamilton embodies the spirit of hip-hop because he comes from nothing and claws his way to the top and gets into a lot of fights along the way. So this got me wondering, is there any way in which I, Julian, could possibly embody the spirit of hip-hop? Right, so I thought about it and I concluded absolutely not. It really doesn't work. But let me demonstrate. How does the privileged Jewish son of a couple of Yaleys hailing from New York City's prevailing Upper West Side neighborhood, respected from a family well-connected, grow up to be exactly as expected? And that would be the end of the show, right there. Maybe there's a scene where, like, I do really badly on a test, and that's, like, really hard for me. And so my mom comes out, and she says, "It's okay, Julian, we still love you unconditionally." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know." Thanks so much.